Hey guys, story time. So this week gonna be about how me and my ex broke up and why, when, how, and with who. I'm not gonna say no names, but yeah, go say the YouTube name that you probably watch, you might have heard of. That's about it. Not gonna speak no negative about him because like he wasn't all that. It was just like the things, the actions speak louder than words. Y'all know how that goes. So where to start? I want to say before everything happened, we was good. I mean, like things start off like a roller coaster ride, and we go too fast and stuff like that. You know how that goes. And want to say we kept on arguing, and that was the main reason why we broke up. I mean, like every relationship is not perfect, so it's like yeah, and it's like we was actually good together. Besides the fact that we had our ups and downs and stuff. Like, so, yeah. But, though, what made us break up was because I said some things on my end that was not really true, and I kind of hurt his feelings a little bit. So, like, yeah. And after I forgive my own self and stuff like that, if it could be said sometimes. At the same time, it's like, I said what I said because I speak the truth and I don't take no BS. So, like, he put an attitude about it. And therefore, like, that made us break up because, like, the stuff that he was doing, it was, first of all, it was toxic. Second off, he was a narcissist, a controller, and anything else that you name of a narcissist and a controller. And for the people who've been with him, they know how that goes. That how that goes eventually. And before it got even more, I basically got out of that relationship. So yeah. Yeah. So I mean, like, for his part of it, and we was actually good. I mean, like, we was lovey dovey and stuff. Like, for one situation that made us break up and stuff, like, my mom, all moms cares about their daughters. That's first. So yes, my mom was in my relationship, but at the same time, when I was in it more of this time, most of the time, more or less, and he had a problem with that. I understand it. My mom would like come talk to him and stuff like that, but it's only because of he was in the wrong. And when he didn't want to listen to me, my mom jumped in, of course. So yeah. But besides that, that made us break up. It was like he didn't want me to hang out with my friends. If I did hang out with my friends, he wanted to know who, when, where. I had no problem with that, but like at the same time, it was like he'll say, "Why you want to hang out with them, but not me? I don't know them. No, I don't want you to hang out with them." Stuff like that, but stuff. And then that's also a red flag because I ain't like that. I told him about that before, and he didn't want to listen. The second time what happened for me us break up because of my brothers, and I'm the only girl of the family. So like, if you're the only girl of the family, you know how it is with growing up with younger brothers, older brothers, and stuff like that, or the cousins who's boys and younger cousins who's boys. I'm that type of who grew up nothing but boys. So of course he could have offended that because when my brothers want me, they want me to spend time with them, whatever, and he could have attitude. But remind you though, I spend time with him, even though it's like a long type of um a long distance relationship though. So me and him, we both said some harsh things to each other. Like we in the heat in the moment. Yeah, I know it's not something like that, but yeah. So for me, him and what he said was that how I don't spend enough time with him. Granted, I don't because I'm like far away from you, but sometimes like that doesn't give him a right to go ahead and say all those awful things. I'm not gonna repeat what he said because that's unrelated of for kids' hearings. But let's just say he said some pretty mean things, Of course, they hurt my feelings, of course. But at the same time, it's like I hurt way worse, so it didn't really hurt my feelings. But at the same time, it's like why go all out and do all of that just for us to break up? Like, not to mention, you tell your family people about what's going on. Granted, I tell my mom what's going on, or they hear on my mouth of what I'm saying, this and that. But do I really go tell them about what he did, I did, and stuff like that? No, I don't. They hear from my room when I'm talking to him, or when I post something or whatever, and they hear me screaming gun at him. But in his hand, in the other case, they hear us talking, yes, like that. But at the same time, he goes to tell them, okay, whoever he tells to them. It's like I hate that because like why? But yeah though. But stay tuned. Part 2 should be coming soon. Don't know when, but stay tuned. Bye.